I know I am very late to this, considering this update's been out for some time now, but I want to talk about how this is probably definitely one of the best updates in Become a Killer. So, if you guys don't know, there was an update on Become a Killer at some time ago, where basically many changes has happened. So the first thing I want to talk about is, well, what Harry Rogue did with Killer. Now, killers right now, I mean, they're still good. There's not really been any changes to certain killers. However, there's one change I noticed when playing the new update. The limit amount of players that can play as killer. So before the update, or in that case, the survivor buff update, basically, players can pick a limit of 20 killers. Now it's 15, which, let's be honest, considering the maximum amount of players you can have, which is 30 players, I think that is a good change. It actually balances out. That way 15 players can be the killers, and the other 15 players can be survivors. And I'll get survivors right in a second right now. The main point of this video is, the survivors have been buffed. Yes, survivors have been buffed. And this is probably one of the best fucking updates in this whole game. Seriously, it is that good of an update for it to come out. So, what's with the Survivor Buff update? Well, I'll explain what has been going on with this game before the buffs to the Survivors came out for this update. Survivors were actually pretty fucking almost dog shit back then. Okay, I wouldn't say back then, but like, for the longest time, really the only best survivor was just the Juggernaut. And yeah, for the long time, this game has been pretty killer-sided. Like, very killer-sided. And that was specifically because of how weak the survivors were. The survivors really couldn't do jack shit on their own. They were just bound to get killed in pure ease. The only time survivors can really like do jack shit well against killers if you're in like a stacked group or something. But now with this new update that completely buffs survivors can actually fucking handle killers on their own now, which is good. It actually balances the game because holy shit, this game has been killer-sided for so long. I am so glad that Harry Rogue finally decided to buff the survivors because holy shit, survivors felt really bad. Unless you're Juggernaut, then that's whatevers. So let's go over with the buffs. So the first things I want to bring up are the guns. Now keep in mind, each of the different survivor characters, despite having different stats, their main focus are the guns they have. Mainly the damages have been increased. The first gun I'm going to talk about is the pistol. I don't really notice any difference of how much damage the pistol does before the pre-buff update, like in the pre-buff update, so I can't really tell the difference. The pistol is okay, I guess. I mean, either you can use it if you're playing as officer, or you can just use it by buying it from the shop if you want to play as your own avatar. I honestly don't know though. I can't tell, because I never used the pistol in the pre-buff update really, so that's all I gotta say about the pistol really. The shotgun. Honestly, the shotgun is still kind of shit. It was way fucking bad, like way shittier, like before the buff update. But even after the buffs, the shotgun still kind of sucks. Yeah, I noticed it does a little bit more damage, but it's kind of bad still. I kind of wish you made it. Honestly, you should make it so it's a lot more deadlier. It's a shotgun at the end of the day. I'm pretty sure a shotgun would be extremely powerful at close range distance. But hey, this is your game, Harry Rogue. I'm not judging you how to make your game. But other than that, yeah, that's all I gotta say about the shotgun really. I think the shotgun's still shit. I'll use it if absolutely necessary still, but at least, at least it's somewhat better, I guess. I don't know. Definitely not the best weapon to use, unless you're Juggernaut and you have to use it as a last resort. Now, the next thing I want to bring up is, what's the next gun? The assault rifle. Yeah, dude, Soul Rifle actually is really good now. It fucking melts like ridiculously fast now. Like it actually can deplete the killer's health more frequently now, which is good. And the Soul Rifle still carries the same 25 max, but definitely does more damage. Actually, really good change. I love the Assault Rifle now. I actually loved it before it got buffed, but now the Assault Rifle actually feels a lot better to use now, so I'm glad that even changed. Now, let's talk about the next weapon. The melee weapons. The sword and the spear. I don't know. I tried the sword and I can't really tell the difference. I don't know if Harry really buffed the sword or not. And I never tried out the spear, so I can't really say much about the melee weapons, to be honest. Now let's talk about another ranged weapon. The minigun. Holy shit, they buffed the shit out of the minigun. The minigun used to fire, well, actually even before the buff, it fired insanely fast. However, well, it had like a cooldown mechanic. You were only able to fire a max of 1,000 bullets before it goes on an overheat mode to cool off. Now, not only the minigun fires ridiculously way more faster than it already does, but now it can fire a max 1,500 bullets before it goes on cooldown. That is really good. Even though the minigun was already a decent weapon, considering before the freaking buff survivor update, really the only best survivor was the Juggernaut. But because of these buffs, now the Juggernaut is the best survivor. Well, even though he was already the best survivor to begin with, but now he's like before the updates when the survivor buffs came out, the Juggernaut was like A tier at best. But then the buffs came out, yeah, he's like S tier or A plus tier. I don't know. He's like way fucking better now. He was already good to begin with, but those buffs really helped him out. Now I'm going to talk about certain survivor characters that actually has been buffed. The two specifically are the mech and the noob Borg or the noob robot thing, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. Let's talk about the mech. Oh my god, the mech feels so much better to play as now. The mech actually attacks faster when meleeing the killer, which is actually really good. If you're fighting against, well, yeah, if you're fighting against some freaking, well, killers, you can basically attack them now, which is good. That is definitely a good change for the mech. Now the next survivor, which is, again, I forgot the name, so don't kill me, please. I'm just going to call it the Noob Borg, or the Noob Cyborg, whatever it's supposed to be called. The Noob Cyborg. Holy shit, I'm so glad Harry Rogue actually buffed that character. Dude, that character was so bad on release. Ever since the Noob Cyborg has been released, he was really the worst fucking survivor in the entire game. Because here's the thing, he fires the explosive bullets not only slow, but the bullets deal less damage. Like they're not as like deadly as like they basically deal the same amount of damage as like, you know, a pistol, but you know, with fucking blast radius obviously. However, that slow fire rate really made that survivor awful. But then, now the buffs actually came out, the Noob Cyborg actually feels way better to play now. I am so glad that this character, specifically that character being buffed, he's like fucking F tier before the update, and now he's like, I think B or C tier. I'm thinking B tier. Because, oh my god, firing those explosive bullets fast as hell now feels way good. I've been wanting a change like that. Ever since, when I really wanted the Noob Cyborg character to be fucking buffed, I either wanted two things to happen. Make it so he fires faster, or make it so his bullets deal more damage. And Harry Rogue did one of them, and that's making it so he fires faster, which is good. That is a good change. Overall, this is definitely one of the best updates in Become a Killer. I am so glad that Perry actually buffed the survivors. Now survivors can actually hold up on their own against killers because holy shit, this game has been killer sided for a long time. Now this game is actually balanced. Especially with the change they made where now only 15 players can be killer. At max at least. But honestly, that's a good change. It completely made the game in a pretty good imbalanced state actually. For a long time, this game actually has been quite unbalanced for some time. Now, it's actually very balanced. Good job, Harry Rogue. You cooked. I know there's going to be another update soon, which I'm assuming Harry Rogue is adding in a new survivor. I'm not going to say what it is, because I don't want to get fucking crucified. Thank you very much. But I'm excited to try the update out when it comes out. I'm still waiting for it to become the killer recode, but that's going to be a long time, because that's like a full-on, like... It's I wouldn't say a new game, more like a rework of this entire game. I can't wait for that to come out too. It's probably going to be a long time before that happens, but hey, I'm excited. That's all I really got to say for this video. I'll see you guys next time.